Boom. All right, what is good for the culture family? So you just got to give me one quick second so that I can get logged back into my Tradeovate here. And then I will be good to go. Let's put OBS over here. What is this? There we go. All right. So give me just 1 second and then we'll get into what we've seen happen for NFP and what we see happening currently at our session open here. Not a lot of volume for NFP, today. So we will take a look here. But give me 1 second so I can log in. All right, so let's log out of this. Biometric authentication. Now what?
Let me see. Go to. Let me wait. Let me hit it first.
Do I have to hit to switch to another environment?
No, that's not gonna take you off the account you're on.
All right, look it up for me real quick if you can. I'll just get into the breakdown and then you let me know. We'll just lock that in real quick. All right. So we're taking a look here at NQ. We're going to also take a look at YM. We're going to pull both of these charts up at the same time so that we can see both of them here split. Sorry, taking a look here. Actually, let's just look at one at a time so we can see it easier. Start with the daily. Current daily is extremely bearish. We had a ton of volume coming for the London session. Currently, let's actually take a look here at our opening range. So we're going to pull up our FX market sessions. I'm going to see what our opening range is. Okay, so we got our opening range. We're actually getting a sweep below the opening range today. We are coming into a key level of resistance. We will see what the market is really showing us right now. We are in a relative bullish trend. Price is in this bullish corrective structure here on the 5-minute time frame and has been since about 7 o'clock this morning. Take a look here. Let's go actually over to NQ. Seeing the same thing here for NQ. Price on the 4-hour time frame extremely bearish. 1-hour time frame is currently bearish as well. We do see that. Let's take a look here. Our opening range, it looks like we're going to sweep the low. There is a 70% chance that we take out the low and go back up to the high, but as of right now, price is just in a relative, it looks like we're about to be in a relative bearish market structure if we can break through this low here. So let's take a look. Which one is cleaner? YM is definitely cleaner than NQ. Yet again, YM has just been super clean this week. What's good, my boys? What's good? I got all the gain here. Hope y'all boys is good. Y'all boys started y'all days off right. Getting active. Already. So what time you work today, gang? We gotta run it a little bit later. No cap. Alright, so for NFP, we really didn't get nothing crazy, right? No super crazy volume. Price, let's see, it did in fact break this high here. So we had this high get broken. We have relatively equal highs here, actually. Let's see on the NQ. Did it break on NQ? No, it did not. So the overall market structure is to the downside. Currently, we just had an impulsive move down followed by a corrective structure. If we get a smaller time frame shift, we could see this continue to the downside. Following the previous or the 4 hour candle closing potentially bearish, the 1 hour closing bearish, followed by this kind of 30-minute correction and continuation. What I would want to see more so for that would make me inclined to taking sales is if we get this smaller time frame shift within these levels here. So a smaller time frame shift would help, solidify this move to the downside. We could potentially see these lows get swept. After these lows get swept, we might have to reevaluate the structure. We'll just take a look and see. Did you find it?
You're gonna have to log in on your laptop, but it's not letting me log in.
I gotta log in on my laptop.
Yeah.
Okay. What I gotta do though?
You're gonna hit the 3 bars up here, and then it's gonna. And then you'll go to add-ons. So you just gotta go to. Because he doing it in settings. So.
Let me see. I'm trying to get my
Yeah, there's no add-on settings on the phone though, so you have to do it all.
Tradovate. Definitely should take care of this pre-market and future references. I gotta be more diligent in that. All right, here we go. Let's log in real quick to Top Step. Oh, accept. Access simulation. All right, so
Top
then
right,
where?
top right, the 3 lines.
Okay,
Add-ons.
add on. Wait, I think I just hit the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's add-ons top right on the top.
Oh, right there.
Go down.
Trading view. Okay. So we should be able to log in now. Let's take a look. Make sure we're active. All right. Let's do this thing. We are back and we're better. Let's minimize this. Okay, there we go. All right. So we are all set to go. All accounts logged into. Make sure we're here on the phone with it. Let's actually go to YM. We're going to take a look at this smaller time frame here. Now, if we do see an opening, so we just seen our lower opening range get taken out. If we see this high get taken out here, then we're looking for buys, and we're going to look to potentially fill this gap that was created this morning. That is if we see a big change of character. Prices on the 4 hour time frame is in fact bearish. So not likely to just go and fight that trend there. Let's see on the 1 minute time frame, what would we see happening? Yeah, so just going to be patient. Let the markets play out. Today's verse of the day for y'all here is actually the very first verse in the Bible. And it said, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That was the first thing. That was the beginning of all times. He created the heavens and the earth. That's what he did on the first day, at least. Want to see a 5 minute shift from here? Break of that low. That'll be our 5 minute shift. 1 minute has broken through this level here, but we got relatively equal highs. I wouldn't say that this high really is higher than that high. This is just relatively equal highs. So therefore, this is not my key low. My key low is here, which is the high that created this high up here. Price on all time frames though showing signs of bearishness that we could push to the downside. Definitely want to see this flip though before we look to take any sells. On the smaller time frame, or not on the smaller time frame, let's actually take a look at our FX market sessions. You can see that we had our opening range low got swept first. All right, so we got our high of our opening range, low has gotten swept first. There's a 70% chance that you sweep the high after taking out one of the sides of the range. So we have our high, we have our low. This is the opening range. It took out the low by breaking through here, and there is a possibility that price can go ahead and break through this high, and it would be likely that we see buys in the session. But coming off of all the sell pressure on the 4-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame appearing to close bearish, hasn't closed bearish yet, so we got to wait. Yeah, no, Dow has been looking cleaner than Nas the past couple of days. Can't lie to you, bro. Like, that's really why I've been trading it. The past 2 days I've been trading it. Cause it's just been cleaner market structure in terms of Nas. Yeah, it looks, you know what I mean? You know, on the 5 minute, this just looks better to me. It's not as wiki and tight of a range. Just a little bit clearer on market structure, especially yesterday. Yesterday and the day before yesterday, it was much cleaner. That's for sure. Yeah, see, let's see if we go ahead and take out these highs here. This 1 hour still has a chance to close bullish here in the next 12 minutes. Now, despite this 1 hour closing potentially bullish, if it closes bearish, that's great. That'll be much better for our sales. But if it does in fact close bullish and we go ahead and break through these highs, we had that sweep of the low, 75% or a 70% chance. Like I said, if you get a sweep in one direction, that you'll see a sweep in the other direction. Then we'll be looking for buys, and then I'll look for like a corrective base buy up to likely these areas of resistance up here. What you mean?
3-minute, boy.
On the buy from that area?
But it was pushing up, and I was like, bro, it's too high.
Yeah.
Looked at something else, came back and pushed down like this, but it was already up here by the time I looked back. I was like,
Yeah. This 1 hour candle has got to show it though, because
I know, but this 3-minute was like, it broke this low to retest into this greater structure right here that created the all-time high.
yeah, nah, the double highs. Yeah, I feel you. The only thing is, if this shit closes bearish, if this John closes bearish, then
break even though.
well, yeah, at this point, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's just this 4 hour. So where we came off of, where we're rejecting off of, is a key daily level of demand here. If we come over to, like, you can see it a little bit better on the weekly. But just so much sell pressure.
4 hours closing fat.
Yeah, and this 1 hour might just close bearish. We gotta see, chat. I need a smaller time frame shift. Either a break of this high or a break of this low. That'll be the range that I look for a breakout on. And then we'll look to capitalize in the direction of whatever that is. Whatever that is. 5-minute candle closing here as a bullish candle. Still some time left in this 15-minute. 30-minute trying to fight for a bullish candle. 10 minutes left into this 1 hour. If this 1 hour candle closes bearish, this is a good sign that we could see a flip and a continuation to the downside. But I just need that smaller time frame shift for me to wanna do anything with this. 1 minute time frame did create a low, create a high, a new lower low. I just want that a stronger level break to let me know the key 5-minute low here. I got a screw light right there. Let me turn up the brightness a little bit. Yeah, I didn't tell me I was looking a little dark. Yeah, that looked better. There we go. All right. Seen a correction down. Let's see if we're going to take out this high up here. In terms of volume, we know what the overall direction is. We have an impulsive move here, followed by a corrective structure being formed. And corrective structure based trades are generally, I wouldn't say they're harder to catch, but they offer, let me see, they consolidate more, and they do a lot more retest into your supply and demand zones on a smaller time frame. It's just basically choppier. And when we have these impulsive moves, you see we just have a quick flow to one direction. And when we have that flow to one direction and you start to see price kind of slowing up here, then you can anticipate that probably another move to the downside is going to go or come. Just really want to wait to see how this 1 hour candle closes. This 1 hour candle closes bearish. I'll take a sell on the first 5 minute candle to close bearish for a continuation to the downside. And why I say that is because we're going to anticipate that this structure will remain. So we'll see the 5 minute candle close bearish and likely another lower high, lower low, and then price to potentially break down in these lows, filling the previous 4 hour candle's wick, which is in fact closing and going to close as a bearish candle. So NFP was the only thing that was going to likely change the current market structure based on terms of volume. We may see something later in the day, but as of right now, the volume is to the downside. That is going to offer you your highest risk to reward in terms of, playing in the direction of what the current trend is. Now we're in a bullish wave. We'll see if this 1 hour candle closes as a bearish candle. We could potentially see, a candle form, fill this wick to the downside. Let's go to a sell candle. And then see another breakdown. At least that's what I want to see. If it in fact closes bearish, to fill this potential 4 hour candle wick. Now if we close bullish and we flip bullish here in the next 6 minutes, then it's likely that we get a break of these equal highs, and price will have, abided by that 70% of sweeping the high, sweeping the low, and then we'll just look for a continuation of the buys. And then that'll just be the play that we take today. Hey, if you tapped into the stream, make sure you drop a like. Go ahead and drop a like for your boy. It tells YouTube that you enjoy this, that you want to see more of this, and then it'll show it to more people. At least that's what I was told, you know what I'm saying? Blow this candle off. Okay, so we're just waiting to see this 5 minute candle. Is it going to close, in fact, as a bearish candle? I think we still have what? Okay, close as a bullish candle. We have 5 more minutes until this 1 hour candle closes. Yeah, sure. So let's see what we get. You okay, brother, man? So I'm gonna hit you up, gang. Let me see.
He ain't hitting you, gang. He ain't hitting you.
Cause I got probably about 1 or 2 dubs in me later today. Oh, say that. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Say that, my boy. Yeah. I'm trying to get a little dub or two today. You feel me? Not just on the charts. You feel me? We're gonna catch the dub on the charts, but then when we hop off the charts, we catch a dub. God willing, you know what I'm saying? All right, about 3 more minutes into this 1 hour candle is gonna close. Let's see how she do. The last 10 seconds is the most crucial. I'm telling you, for the 5 minute, it's the last like 1 minute, right? But if you're looking at the 1 minute time frame, you have to wait. That last 10 seconds could literally change everything. I have seen just in the past week alone, or in the past 2 weeks, I guess you can say, there's been like
Oh my goodness.
9 to 10 times that I've seen my entry candle and I'm looking at my entry candle, and in the last 10 seconds it flips from being my entry candle to a continuation of whatever the direction is. So you gotta be weary. Because we could be looking at buys here very soon. This 1 minute, and how we read this is, okay, the previous 5 minute candle just closed bullish, right? It didn't close as a bearish candle, it closed as a bullish candle. If it closed as a bearish candle, it was likely that we could reject and then see a steeper move to the downside, likely breaking this low. But since it closed as a bullish candle, just barely in the last little minute, we're now seeing this bullish candle wick get filled, right? Filling that wick here on the 1 minute time frame. So now how we read it, price just broke through this high, or is breaking through this high. Looks like it's going to close above this high on this 1 minute time frame. 1 hour now flips to being bullish. You see, that's why we got to be diligent to wait, right? So price is in a bullish market structure. We swept the low of the opening range, and now it's looking like we're going to go ahead and take out these highs. Now that we take out these highs, let's put our alert right here. We're going to be looking for buy moves just like that. That's exactly how we read price from start to finish, right? And it doesn't matter necessarily how the previous 4 hour candle closed, because this current smaller time frame is showing possible buys. Now, not oftentimes we get a sweep of the high and a sweep of the low and then go back in the direction that we got our first sweep, but it did happen. I want to say Monday of this week. It happened. That was the first time I seen it happen, but it is possible. But as of right now, market structure is showing us 1 hour's previous 3 1 hour candles is bullish. We're going to look for buys. We have this imbalance, this gap here that price could fill to the upside. And so we'll just look to target whatever our high is that's created here. So we just got a break of our high, right? We want to see a correction back down and then a continuation to target whatever the high is. Coming off of this 1 minute. My alert is always so late. Like, I see it get tagged, but the time that the actual noise goes off is like always late. So we got a triple top here. It's gonna break through this high. This is gonna get broken.
It already broke. It's gonna continue.
Yeah. But if it pulls all the way back, which is unlikely, but it can on the start of this new 1 hour candle. Exactly. Nah, I'm looking for this triple high to get broken. For sure. 4 hour candle just closed as a bearish candle, to be noted. Triple top. This is gonna get swept here. If we get a steep enough pullback, we potentially scale into this. I would actually prefer this to get swept before I get my entry, though. I think I'll have a better, possible entry location. But a triple top with a fill to the upside. We may take a stab at it here shortly. Let's see. Get a 1 minute candle bullish close. I could see buys. Take out this triple top. 1 minute. Anticipate the 5 minute candle to flip bullish. All right, let's see what it's talking about, chat. Chatter. We still got some time. 4 hour candle just opened up. Make sure everything is up. All right.
You got 40 seconds.
Okay. Hey, Lord, tell me how to say no to this. I don't say no to this. $11 seconds here. Last 2 seconds. Close bullish. I'm gonna set my buy to go right there. If we in fact see this flip.
I'm activated.
Trying to move mine a little closer here.
Stop filled.
Oh, I ain't never heard that.
Hey, that was the first time I heard it too. All right, so we're in buys here. That was literally the first time I ever heard that. All right, so we're in buys. All accounts loaded up. Stops below this low. Anticipating the 5 minute candle to close bullish. Flip bullish. Target these highs up here. That boy said, hey, that was hard. That boy Brooks said he off now. Hopped in with me. Yeah. All right, JoJo's in the trade. Now we want to see this 5 minute candle flip bullish. Oh, wait, is this 5 minute candle closing as a bearish candle? Let's see. We got to get a flip here, guys. We want to see this triple top get schmizzy smacked. When we get some volume, if and when we get some volume, we can move stops to break even. Let's take that off there. Five minute closing as a bearish candle. Not liking the 5 minute bearish close. 1 minute just closed bearish. Let's see, if we don't just get a spike up in volume here, I may just go ahead and close this. Because it's likely that we go ahead and fill this wick to the downside. Yeah, 5 minute close bearish. Let's see if we hold this low. It's not likely that we hold the low, but I'm going to keep my stops intact. Okay, I was taken out on one account. It's likely that I see this just get run through right here. Yeah, that 5 minute candle closed as a or as a bearish candle. That kind of offset this move here. So we're gonna wait for our next 5 minute candle to close. Yeah. We're gonna wait for our next 5 minute candle to close as a bullish candle. If we get a bullish candle closure, then we'll be able to execute. See, I can see my position up here, but I just can't execute on it up here. I wonder why. All right, so we gotta wait for this 5 minute candle to flip. Possible flip. 1 hour candle just opened. We want to see a 5 minute candle flip. This triple top is likely to get broken, but we want to see that extra confirmation here with a 5 minute, like this area to hold on a 5 minute. We sweep the opening range high. We'll hop back in one more trade. Let's see, what was that? Like two. Yeah, that was like 250 to 275, 300, somewhere around there. Which is ideally what I want to risk on a trade. That puts me up only, what, 100 this week. Practically break even. Last week was not the best week. In terms of my execution, it wasn't a bad week in terms of volume. Just my execution was kind of trash last week. All right, so wait, my indicator's not up here either. Let me see. That would have helped me. There we go. Oh man, it's not the right color. Blue, white, border wick is white, no border. All right, there we go. This candle is fat though. Why they make the candle so huge? Oh, it's the daily candle. I'm tripping. 5 minute. And then we'll save as default. Okay, there we go. So now we can see our 5 minute candle close. We're coming off of a previous bullish 1 hour, right? We're coming into a level of demand. If 5 minute candle closes bullish, we'll be able to, even though we're looking at a 5 minute, we'll be able to see a possible 1 minute flipping in a continuation. If we do get a 5 minute candle close bullish in this area, I'm taking buys again, guaranteed. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. And this could be the 5 minute. We just gotta wait. Back up here. There we go. All right, 5 minute candle closing bearish here in the next 26 seconds. Low, high, lower, low, lower, high, low. Let's see if we get a flip. This triple top is not going to stay. There's so much resting liquidity above these highs. That price.
A 3 minute closure. A 3 minute bullish closure.
Yeah, price is gonna sweep these highs. Even if we do come back, I just don't see this triple high not staying intact. If we get a 5 minute bullish candle closure, and the markets could do what they want, right? You know what I'm saying? This is not me trying to tell the markets what to do, because the markets do what the markets do. The markets. But this will get swept. It's not a matter of if, it's just more so a matter of when. Which, coming off of all this pressure, we're coming down to this 1 hour low. I see this whole 1 hour candle flipping bullish, like, and that will be in alignment with these highs getting swept. So we just got to wait on it. We got to wait on it. Now, if I get some larger time frame levels swept, probably, like, for me to want to sell, truthfully, I would have to see this low get swept. Because anywhere within here, especially within this current 1 hour low where we're at, like, that to me, with a triple top, 1 hour just coming off of an extreme, like, this is the previous 1 hour candle low here. The one before that. Definitely we're rejecting. But let's see. Did the opening range? No way the opening range high got swept. Well, let's see.
Should've.
It should have, right? Because it was like somewhere within here. I think this is where it started, right? Swept the low, swept the high, came back into the low again. This girl might be bearish. Coming off of that 4 hour. Feeling that wick. I definitely didn't like that, though. Not in this way, at least. This is not going to stay like this. It's just how far is she going to pull down. And realistically, for me, like I said, if she goes below this low here, and we start getting a retest, then I'll look for a sell move to the downside to sweep this low here. But I just think that's kind of shice in terms of this triple top being here. I think it gets swept before we take out all of that. Just a lot of sell pressure, though. I don't think there was no real... Let us see. We did take that high, which makes this the key low, which is about to get broken.
I gotta look for it, and if it come back up and give me a retest, I'm down for the 4 hour ride.
Yeah, for real. Just ride with the volume until it's going to take this. It's just a matter of when. We could take these lows out first. So I'm a beggar in the markets. We are all beggars. We are not choosers. We can't choose what the market is going to do. We have to react based off of what's showing us. What is showing us? And right now, it's just showing that it might, keyword might, want to go down. This one, oh yeah, this 5 minute, extremely bearish. Coming off a 4 hour, I don't know. We got to see if we're going to hold. Last 10 seconds. Up and down and up, and it's down. All right. So we should see this low get broken. All right. So it did just break the low. So we're going to look for a possible correction and continuation. Okay. Yeah. Now we're getting that push down here. Perfect. All right. So next trade, we're going to look for possible correction and a continuation down of this sell move. We'll look to see if we can't get this previous day low to get broken here. Or no, current day low. To fill this previous 4-hour candle wick. To the downside. Five-minute candle just opened up. We're bearish. So it's likely that I'm going to scale into, well, let's actually, wait, let's see. We could potentially scale in if we get a 1-minute correction for a continuation just of the volume to the downside. We gotta start to see some type of correction form before I'm be too antsy to get into this. So that's what, 2 times this week where we get the low swept and then a high swept and then we continue back down in the opposite direction. I wonder what the like 1 year, 3 year, 5 year statistics on that is. Might take that low. Yeah, it should take this low here, gang. And actually, if we get a sell move from here, I'll just go ahead and take sells. But that's if we get this bearish candle closure. This will be identical to the trade I took yesterday. If it closes bearish. Yeah, right. 5-minute candle might close bullish.
We needed to slot up. I think it's 3 minutes gonna close. Slot up there. Come on, come on. Ooh, close.
All right, 30 seconds left. See if we can't get ourselves within this area here. All right, this will be the last trade of the week for me. Without a doubt, the last trade of the week for me. Sell stop set.
Stop filled.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Sell stop set. What's going on? Yeah, if this takes me out, this is going to be the last trade of the week for me. Probably. More than likely. 5-minute candle correction. Let's see. Are we closing bearish? 5-minute candle. 10 seconds left in this 5-minute candle. Probably would have been better to wait for this 5-minute candle to close and then scale in on the next 1-minute candle bottom wick. But we're already active. Actually, I'm only activated in one account. So if I do get taken out on this account, I can take another trade on one other account, but that'll be the last trade I take on this account for sure. Generally, we want to just see this start to run in our direction. Price really just indecisive here. Coming off of that previous 1 minute candle bullish closure. I want to see this 5 minute high hold up. Previous 5 minute did in fact close as a bearish candle. But that means we would need to see some volume in the direction of our trend now. It's not looking like we're going to get that. And about taken out here. Didn't quite get me yet. Just got another bullish candle close. Yeah, I'm likely just going to take this out here. Close this position.
Order filled.
I still have it on potentially one account that I'll take it on, but in terms of this account, I'm not going to take it again. I just do not like how the previous 1 minute candle closed as a bullish candle. We'll go ahead and wait for a stronger confirmation of a sell move to the downside before I look to take anything else. And that way, we just saved ourselves just a little bit to where we could potentially take one more trade on this account. Yeah. A 5 minute correction with a bearish candle close is the next thing and last and final thing I'll probably wait for. And that'll just give me my highest risk to reward, highest probability setup. If this 5 minute candle flips bearish in the next 2 minutes, that'll be sickening. Let's see if the first 1 minute closes bearish. Which 1 minute is going to be the first? Because this 5 minute candle just opened up. And so when the 5 minute candle, and typically this is what I would want to wait for. So you would wait for a 5 minute candle to close. Then you get your 5 minute candle to open up. And then to wait for the first bearish 1 minute candle on that new 5 minute candle, which is generally the start of that move to the downside, which we could potentially be seeing of this 1 minute candle. So I'm not going to live trade this one. I'm actually going to just watch and see how this one plays out.
Would it have taken you out?
What you mean? Yeah, it would have. Because I have my stop set above the previous 5 minute candle high.
Yeah.
1 minute candle close bearish. See if it gets some volume here to start pushing down. That's what I would anticipate. If this 5 minute candle in fact is going to flip bearish and fill the wick of the previous 5 minute candle. Yeah. Yeah, this is what we want to see here. Get out of my face. Alright, this is the last possible trade here. Let's wait for it. It's just not going to pull back for us, is she? Nope. Yeah, and that's on me because I should have waited for that first 1 minute candle to close bearish. Let's see. Yeah, right here. We wait for this 1 minute candle to close bearish. We get in on that first entry with a stops above this high. We would already be break even at this point, and price should just push to the downside to sweep that larger time frame low here. Quite unfortunate. You in that jump, my boy? Yeah, I'm glad you was able to cap on that. I would definitely want to be break even right now. And it's only because I took this first entry that I didn't want to take this second entry, even though this is what price should in fact do, right? Would it have been a break even trade? Price came close but didn't touch that area. And let's see, 5 minute candle just closed as a bearish candle. You can see here, should fill this wick to the downside. If it's going to in fact be bearish, we should see this steeper move to the downside, breaking through these lows. Are you in this?
We need a better correction.
A 5 minute correction would be ideal.
I'm waiting for another 3 minutes.
A 3 minute. I don't even have a 3 minute
I just
up.
can't get down with trying to get it on that 1 minute when price is kind of indecisive right now. So I'm just like, there's no way it's not gonna correct.
Nah. This right here, I got in early. This 1 minute candle would have been solid. I would be solid risk free. And it could just do what it want to do from here. We should break through this low and push to the downside. I just got in before, like as soon or right before the 5 minute candle closes when I got in on this candle, which is the 18th. So you wait for 1920, that 5 minute candle closes and you get in on the first bearish candle with a stops above. This would just be running almost around, just up a couple, like 175. But I mean, you talking about in terms of risk, $160 risk. So you're talking about a 1-to-1 risk to reward as a possible break even. I mean, it could still be break even, but that should have been the entry that I took.
This 3-minute closing bullish.
So I was able to save myself with the entry that I got. I ended up losing like 100 probably, but I had like I want to say somewhere of like 300 over 300 risk, yeah. So I saved essentially 200, but it should push down and break through these lows if price is in fact bearish coming off of this previous 5 minute. It is slowing down though, but we should see a potential spike in volume. It's just one of those things that it's crazy because it's like I'm exactly break even on this week.
Yeah,
on this account.
Me too. About to close bearish.
1 minute is fighting this area here. It should dump off if it's going to continue to hold these lower lows and lower highs. 15-minute bearish. 30-minute is about to close bearish.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely should run. Just feel the rest of this 4-hour week.
Yeah, and it should be a break even. Yeah, so that's on me, y'all. I've fucking got in early on this candle, anticipating this was the 1 minute, the start of that 5 minute, and it in fact was not, and should have waited for this 1 minute candle to close bearish, taking that entry there, move stops to break even. Once we got this volume, it wouldn't have taken us out at break even. We'd have just broke this low. Price would be running absolutely beautifully. So the whole analysis and shit is there. It's just the execution was poor. Execution on my behalf was poor in terms of just getting in 2 minutes too early, right? 2 minutes too early with that confirmation candle, waiting for that 5 minute candle to close bearish, then get in on the first 1 minute of the next 5 minute candle. What can you do? And so what we should see now is just this continued move to the downside. Price just kind of running down here with some volume. Brooks, you said you still in this, bro? I don't know if you still in the chat or not.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, he said I'm in there when I was like, this should be the entry. You should be running solid, though. I definitely messed that up. I should be in there with you on that one. Let's go back. Yeah. We'll see what she does. 15 minute just open, 30 minute just close. Seeing a little bit of a correction on the open of this 30 minute. We may be able to scale into a possible sell position. Coming off of all this 30-minute bearish pressure, likely that we could potentially see this 30-minute low get swept. It just depends on, what the market is showing us. So if we get some type of correction, may look to scale in on a potential move. 5-minute candle, what? Just closed as a bearish candle. This one just opened up. The first 1-minute candle to close as a bearish candle. May take a stab at a sell here. Let it stop. Stop loss above this high. Target profit. Still back down at this low here. Is this 1-minute candle going to close bearish? We shall see in the next 20. Ah, my ear is going crazy. In the next 20 seconds or so. I'm actually going to take this on this account over here. Because risk. Where's my take profit?
It's up. I can't even. Yeah, I can't put that much risk on
This one doesn't have a top wick on trading view. This risk, yeah, too much. But I just got it on. I took one more sell on a different account over here. So we're gonna see how she runs. See if we can't get this 5-minute continuation to break through this low. So slight profits here. We get some volume. My move stops to break even. Yeah, it's looking like it's just about to be one of those days, chat. One of those days. Let's see if she can go ahead and flip for us and become bearish. I need this to close bearish. If this 1-minute candle closes as a bullish candle, I may just close this trade and just say forget it. You know what I'm saying? Close bearish. Okay, close bearish. So I ain't gonna say forget it, guys. I ain't gonna say forget it. Not yet. Let's see this move to the downside. I am gonna trail this high though. This 5-minute candle's current high. I'm gonna trail that. So just taking a little bit of risk off the trade here. All right, that's set. So you guys can see that I'm not capped. You can see that I'm in the trade here. Let me see. I might need to turn my screen to brightness down some. So y'all can see I am activated in this trade and just trailed my stops above that little high.
Just get money.
Let's see, 5-minute candle just closes a bearish candle closure. If we get a break of this current 1-minute low, our move stops to break even, and we're just gonna risk free this last trade. So, last and final trade. Let's go ahead and make it a good one. I got my target profit here at 5,000 because that's about as much as I can make. 5,500. All right, chat. We're gonna go wait for this candle to close. We're gonna wait for this 1 minute candle to close. This 1 minute candle closes bearish. All right, 1 minute candle closing bearish. Stops to break even now, chat. So I am break even on this trade, just so that you guys see it. And I'm not cap. I am break even. We are in this trade. We're in this move. We took it. We didn't sit on the sidelines this time on this one. I got in. Could have got in on the first one, but it is what it is. This is how we turn a losing day into a winner, right? Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We're risk free. Running up about $1,000. I can only make about 5,000 max on this. So I got my lows here that I'm targeting. We just tapped into resistance. Yes, sir, ski. Yes, sir, ski. You still in this, Brooks? Still currently up off the oop.
Yeah, I think he's saying he's still in it.
Type time. So we're going to see what we can do with this move here. Stops is at break even. So whatever she wants to do from here is just what she wants to do. We're coming into a key low, so we can expect some type of resistance towards this level, y'all boys. Yes, sir. Ski, my boy is in there. Like swimwear on your chinny chin chin here. That's what we like to see. We don't want to see this pull back and get me out at break even, shorty. Come on now. Let's go ahead and get this move to the low. This is downside right here.
Don't do him like that, big bro.
Yeah, we are coming to this key level, so you know what I mean. This is where price starts to, wanting to pull back. We're getting in on a continuation of that. Only up about 500. Let's see. This 5-minute candle is about to flip bullish. That's how you're gonna do me from down here at these lows. Don't flip bullish. We need a bearish candle close. Come on now, I need the bears to fight now. Yes, sir. My boy say it's time to go back to teaching. Got to. Quick little bando though on the on that jump. That's good stuff, my boy. My boy got a couple solid ones. You came in this week with wanting just to take one solid trade. You got a couple solid moves today or this week. As for myself, it's looking like we're gonna get taken out at break even here. That's it. Then this is it for me. I'm calling it a Friday, man. I am not about to sit here all day getting smacked on. I want to see it continue to move to the downside, and this 5-minute counter to close bearish. She's just rejecting off of this area. She's acting like she does not want to close bearish. Sitting around close to BE. Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna close bullish, and I'm about to just take a break even. If that's the case, then we're just gonna call it a day. All right, like I'm not about to sit here any longer. We are gonna wait and see. 4, 3, yeah, this is closing bullish. This candle closed bullish. We should see this and see this is probably going to be the start of this triple high break. The first 1 minute in this current 5-minute candle is possibly a fluke. We can't get too excited with that because the current 5-minute has no top wick and we just rejected off of these kilos. We can't be excited.
still in?
I think. Let me see. What account was it? I took it on both of these. Oh, chatter.
Taking out.
I trailed two. Wow. Let me show you. This is crazy work. Stops was 31. 39. Nah, that's not right. The numbers are different. I had my stop loss set at 30. On this, it says 39. 170. So 170 is literally right here. And 170 didn't even get hit. So on this chart, it would be equivalent to me having my stop loss right here. So this is where I had my stop loss. That's where it took me out at break even. But I took it on a Forex chart, so it took me out for spreads. It didn't hit my stop loss exact, but it was close enough to take me out with spreads. What can you do? What can you do? What you're supposed to do is take that first entry. Correct. But all right, that ends up with being what, like a 0.5 loss on the day. Break even on the week. Not what we want. Not the ideal week. In terms of my own execution. Today, let's see. Let's go through a little quick recap. Today we opened up with a ton of volume during London session here on YM. Let's actually take a look at NQ. Let's go back to YM. See, NQ actually closed as a bearish candle in the previous 1 hour and not a bullish candle. But this current didn't. Oh, it did have a top wick. Oh, NQ was much more, much cleaner. Well, let me see. Kinda. In terms of a structure, NQ actually formed a pullback, which is what I wanted. Something kind of like this. So that 5-minute candle open up. The 5-minute candle opens up here. First bearish 1-minute candle to close. This one was that candle. Set of stops above and then targeting back down in this low. Yeah, it looks like NQ had a better kind of setup in terms of finding that full pullback first entry candle on the first 5-minute candle to close bearish. Let's go to the 5-minute candle here. Got to retest. This 5-minute candle had closed bullish, so that had flipped bearish within this one. Don't know if I would have been too much of a fan of that. And you can see that, oh, that's sour. Just to get taken out barely at break even and then for it to just continue to the downside to target these lows. That's pretty sour, chat. I can't lie. That's pretty sour. Pretty sour. Yeah, and she's just running now. Try to get ourselves that nice little re-entry move. We'll be running like a little over 2,000 if we didn't get taken out. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I guess that's on me though, for trailing my stop slightly in profit over here, and I was just barely, and my stop loss should have been right here, right at the actual break even, and we wouldn't have got taken out, and we'd be running. We'd be absolutely sliding now. That is sour. Well, look, that's all I could do, man. So if I do take any other trades because the markets is still moving, and I don't know if I'm going out like that, I'll send that to the chat. Yeah, nah, for real, like that's sick. That's sick. And we just had the low swept take profit hit. Take profit hit. She got me, and I tried this move twice. Once, what I tried? I tried it 2 times. So I took this one, got stopped out on this one, chat. Tried to get me this good one, but I messed this one up. I was supposed to get in on this 1 minute candle that started at the new 5 minute candle. That's on me, right? Then I take this one. I'm like, all right, 5 minute candle just closed up bearish. We're gonna take this one for that continuation down, chat. And how I would go about this if I was still in it, I would get out after the first 1 minute candle to close bullish. So we just hit our targeted area. If price is gonna keep ripping down, it could keep ripping down. And so you want to get the last little. But that's sour, chat. It's supposed to be about 3 bands. So I could have easily turned this losing day into a winning day with that move. My boy made a band. 2 of my boys made bands on it. So I guess I can't even be mad. But at myself for not getting it the right way. Hey, it is what it is. I'll show up back again on Monday. As long as you got the skill, you never really lose. Break even week, still down on this account though. Full transparency. Opened the account last week, was down $629 to start the week off. Literally at $631 to go out. After making like having a good trade yesterday. You feel me? Just gotta stack it up. It's just sour though. Sour. I should have cooked up the markets today. The markets should have been cooked. The first one was mine, and I just have to go back and go through the replay, man. I'm here now, but it's like, obviously this is just one day in the grand scheme of all the days, but these are little mistakes, it's a little mistake getting in right before that 5 minute candle closes bearish. Not waiting for the 5 minute candle to close and then getting in on the first 1 minute candle following. Literally a 2 minutes difference in terms of where we would have been in at that trade. That first initial trade would have ran for like a 1 to 8, like a 1 to 7. You know what I'm saying? If you get in right as the candle closes, that's like a 1 to 6, 1 to 7, right? And then even the re-entry that I just got soured by the hour on the re-entry, taken out at break even, would have still ran for around a 1 to 3, right? So, I can't complain. It ends up being a losing day, unfortunately, even though we had great moves, and it's just, but it's all about the execution, right? I got to be perfect at my execution. There are things that I didn't do today that weren't perfect, right? I didn't get in on my right candle, and I also didn't get in, and I trailed my stops just too slightly in profit, right? It just barely got wicked. I got wicked, chat. But it's okay. It is okay because I got the skill, right? We make the minor adjustments. We don't make those mistakes again. And, we eat up, right? We eat up and we don't even worry. So we'll be back next week. We're going to do what it do next week. Rough. What can I say? But everybody who was able to eat up, I'm happy that you guys executed properly. I'll make sure that we get it right. Yeah. I'll see you guys next week.